Greetings. This is the day the Most High has made for us. And today we celebrate Jamaica and America meeting in one love and unity. I extend my hand to my sister from America, Miss Carla Kennedy, also known as the British poet, who has graced the shores of Jamaica with her warmth, her love, and her beautiful smile. Welcome, my sister.
Thank you, thank you.
I see you're wearing the badge of the Right Excellent Marcus Mosiah Garvey, and you wear it proudly.
Oh, yeah.
We have some Jamaicans who would not want to wear it proudly. And as you know, Marcus Garvey is known as the master of race unity amongst the black population. The organization that he had, the Universal Negro Improvement Association, had over 20 million members worldwide.
Wow.
And he did this in 5 years. So you can understand the power of Mr. Garvey. So when you wear Mr. Garvey, you're walking with power and you're walking strong. Well, the book that you wrote, I am really infatuated with this book. The Day I Prayed by Candlelight. A wonderful book. I haven't read all of it, but I've been looking at some synopsis. And you said it took you 14 years to put this book together. What are your emotions that you go through when you're putting this book together? 'Cause I understand you must have gone through some amount of tribulation.
Oh yes, yes. It was writing in the book. Some days when I was into the story, I had to stop. I had to stop and call my dad, and I'm like, Dad, it's just too much. Because I had to become these characters, even though these real people, I had to go deep within myself and wonder, what would she say? How would she say it? How would she move? You know, and becoming these characters, putting your mind, like Sugar Rose, for instance. Sugar Rose was a beautiful, elegant. I paint her like that, but she was very deadly. You know, the things that she done, and I had to stand in Mary Alice's place. So imagine getting hit upside the head with a brick from your mother, someone who womb you come out, and she created you to destroy you. So doing that, it brought up things in my past, and I got so emotional. But the tears that I'm crying now is the tears of joy, you know. So
wonderful, wonderful. And as you say, you have to take on the persona. And as black people, we have gone through a lot. When we think of the times of the enslavement period, sometimes I cry when I read of things that happened in that period. But in an uncanny way, it made us a stronger people.
yes.
We had to go to the inner person. You know, most times I think of my brothers and sisters coming across the Atlantic Ocean in that ship. The type of mental fortitude that they had to really reach down deep inside to endure such a journey.
Yes.
And at the end of it all, Mr. Garvey came out and said, "Up, you mighty race, you can accomplish what you will." You're really the epitome of that phraseology. Up, you mighty race, you can accomplish what you will. In 14 years, you stuck to it.
Yes.
And you brought to the world this wonderful creation, a book. And this is what black people must hold on dearly to. Books.
Yeah.
Mr. Garvey, in Message to the People, one of the only book that Mr. Garvey wrote himself. Chapter 1 is telling you, you must always be reading. Always be reading. Mr. Garvey, in his own time, walked with a dictionary and challenged people to find a word that he could know the meaning of.
Wow.
So you can understand that dictionary with thousands of words.
Yes.
And Mr. Garvey had the command of that dictionary that he could tell you the meaning of any one of those words. So you have chosen a wonderful path,
Yes.
excellent path, to tell our story. Because we are looking at generations to generations to come. When you now will be like the person who wrote the Bible. Because the Bible has been written so many thousand years ago. And we are still using the Bible to guide our movements.
Yes.
So too, this book The day I prayed by candlelight will motivate many others that is coming beyond our time and our generation. So again, I must thank you for really doing the work of the Most High, putting the words, as they say, in the beginning was the Word. The Word took on to itself flesh and dwelt amongst mankind. Blessings. So what else you have in store for us?
What else you looking for? Poetry? You want some poetry?
Poetry would be good. The spoken word is one, as they say, word, sound, and power.
Yes, I could do the perfect portrait of a man chosen by God, because I'm surrounded by men, you know, and I honor you, you know, I just amazing to be among you. You, Stone, I mean, the knowledge you hold, I'm just intrigued, you know, so that make me want to go forward and keep on pushing, and how y'all gave me the opportunity and give me the chance to be a part of what y'all have going on. I really appreciate that.
Well, one of the things that we always encourage is people to be very positive. People must be prepared. As we say, we always use the 5 P's. You know the 5 P's?
Yeah.
Proper preparation prevent poor performance.
Yes.
And I see you are really walking in the footsteps of the ancestors, because they had to be prepared to do what they did. And we now have to also be prepared to move forward in a positive mind. Mr. Garvey had a quotation which I love. The ends you serve that are selfish will get you no further than yourself. But the ends you serve for all in common will take you even into eternity. So with that selfless task that you have put on yourself, to be writing books and to recording our history, our experiences, and have it as a legacy for those coming, is a wonderful thing to do.
Thank you. Yes. I found the perfect portrait of a man chosen by God. He walked 1,000,000 miles in the wrong direction, searching for his destiny. Every day I see the broken men of mirrors passing right in front of me. He cried at the edge of the world, hoping he'll fall. But in the beginning of his story, he yet not knew he'll help save you all. I found the perfect portrait of a man chosen by God. Portraits of his pain lying deep in his bloody veins. Barely living in today, the more God bless him, the more he found reasons to pray. Crippled by broken stones, God gave him sight to use them to build his throne. I found the perfect portrait of a man chosen by God.
Wonderful, wonderful. Powerful. You're dealing with perfection.
Yeah, but...
And when you use perfection, and in the same sentence you mention God, it's all creation, the perfection of creation. Wonderful. And this is the power of words. As we say, word, sounds, and power. In the beginning was the Word, and the Word take unto itself flesh and dwelt amongst mankind. So this is the power through the expressive word that we have to use and carry on. Words have vibration, positive and negative, but the more we use it positive is the more we rise. And this is where we are right now. The rising period, the linking up period, and this is why you could have trusted someone thousands of miles away to entrust your life and travel to Jamaica and regard not even the words that 1,618 people were killed in Jamaica in 2017. That trust, that bond that you developed and came to Jamaica shows that the ancestors are linking the like minds at this time, because we are the ones who will rise up to take our rightful place in earth. We are earth creators. And even their Bible that they wrote, and they try to hide it. Genesis chapter 2 says, the river that runs through the Garden of Eden runs also through the land of Ethiopia. And there's only one place you'll find Ethiopia, and that is in Africa. So, and we are going to make this a very historic and memorable occasion, that Jamaica and America have met, and then we're going to link Africa. That was the dream of Mr. Garvey. When he launched the Black Star Line shipping company, he said we will trade from America to Africa to the Caribbean and back to America. So this is the tradition that we are carrying on. The tradition of and the vision of the Honorable Marcus Mosiah Garvey.